Well, it looks like the wing sort of folds back at about, I would say, a little better than a 45-degree angle.
Those of you who have watched a lot of my videos will have noticed that quite often I'll use the wrong term for something. Like in this case, I said it folds back. I meant it folds up, not back. It folds up at about 45 degrees. It folds back at about 90. Anyway, I do know the difference, but sometimes I think that my tongue is in drive and my brain, well, it's still sorta in park.
And the wingtip, let me get my tweezers here. Okay, the wingtip just goes underneath the stabilizer in the back. Okay, like that. Maybe be at a little bit more of an angle. I think if I was to try and glue it somehow like that, I know my hands are pretty much covering it up, but it keeps wanting to move here. Okay, that's about it, like that. And do you remember I was talking about these things? Might be able to use something like this to simulate, the bracing holding it up.
I started shooting this episode very soon after I stopped messing around with the bean and the carrot there yesterday. And I had not at that time read my comments yet on episode 209. And it turns out that one of the viewers made this exact same suggestion. And I just want to make a mention here that should I say something and you think to yourself, well, my goodness, Ron's stealing my idea. Well, sometimes I'll say one of the viewers said or made the suggestion that, but if I fail to do it, there is the possibility that we both thought of the same thing at the same time. I don't mean to steal anybody's thunder or not give credit where credit is due.
However, this part of it is going to be so far back in the hanger. Now, there is another possibility. Instead of having it all the way back in the hanger so that a person could close the door, maybe sort of have it kind of sticking out. Where's that hanger? Okay, what if it was kind of sticking out a little bit? That way a person could see you could see the cockpit and stuff like that. It's a thought, Actually, this is the one that's going to be sticking out of, because the other one I put the door on it. Anyway, just a thought. On the other hand, it might not, the catapult is going to be right here too, so, it's going to be a lot of ifs.
I am pretty sure that you figured out that these voiceovers that I'm doing here right now, well, it's today. Yeah, well, it is. It's about 10:30 in the morning here in Winnipeg right now. And I just stuck my head out the door about 15 minutes ago, and for the first time, actually, and I wanted to see how much of the veggies did the rabbits actually eat last night, if any. Here we go with the rabbits again, and I had thought, I'm not going to talk about it anymore, but, this is kind of interesting. And to me, what's interesting is that they do not like beans and turnips, but they love the carrots. You'll notice there's no sign whatsoever of carrots.
Now, I've already done a couple of dry runs on this, and I think it's going to work. Just got to be careful I don't press down so hard that I'm going to break the float struts here. Okay. Maybe I should put the CA thin on the edge there first and then come in at it. This thing is so light. My breath is almost blowing it away. Well, let's give this a try here. Oh, wrong one.
There's a lot of dead spots here that I'm planning to cut out. In other words, while I'm waiting for the CA to cure, and it's not, I'm just going to sort of fade from one conversation to the next.
Oh, it's twisting on me. shoot. Oh, if I could just get it to stay like that. I think it's almost at the perfect angle. Maybe these tweezers that I'm using aren't the best. It's hard to keep it from twisting. Okay, maybe if I blow on it now. No. I'm gonna have to think of something else. Well, I guess you know what the something else was. I think it's gonna stay. I held it for about 2 or 3 minutes in the right position with my fingers while the Tamiya Extra Thin melted the plastic, dissolved the plastic, and then reset itself. And I also put a little bit back here where the wingtip is attached to the stabilizer. I'm going to try now and get the other one here at the exact same angle so that it sort of matches. Maybe I better wait a few minutes here. Maybe a little more here. I don't think there's enough to melt the plastic. Ah. Maybe if I turn it upside down. I think the angle looks about right. Does it look symmetrical? You're looking at it upside down right now. And I think that where the wingtips are attached to the stabilizer, I think it's okay. But where the other part attaches to the fuselage, I want to reinforce that with CA Thin. Otherwise, I just know I'm going to end up breaking this off. Okay, let's try not to get it smeared all over the place here. I know it might look like I'm putting quite a bit on, but yeah, I think that's good. We are now at the place where we could do something with these. And I know I could trim them down a little bit and get rid of the bulges on the ends. It might be a little better. And I do realize that, excuse me, this is not the way it's supposed to go on the real plane. They don't, in other words, these two things I don't think join together anywhere. Well, let's dig out Stefan's book and have another look. Now, these are the best two drawings that I've found anyway in the book that depict how the wings look when they're folded. And I was wrong again. It does come together at the top here, just underneath the canopy. But they do not attach to the leading edge the way I had them, positioned before. They go at, one about where the main spar would be, and another one probably back where the trailing spar would be. I imagine there was 2 major spars in that wing. Yeah, you can almost see it right here. One spar would have been about there. And the other spar was probably back here where the other joint was. At least from my flying model airplane days, that's what I remember. And I have actually seen real aircraft wings when they were, apart, being recovered, because it was, light aircraft, and they used fabric. My dad actually recovered one in our garage. He covered it with a product called Seconite. Anyway, that's a long time ago. It looks like a little pull cord there. I wonder what that would be for. Something that you could reach out the window and pull it to do something? Anyway. Oh, here it is. You can see it on this side as well. Maybe it's something else. Yeah, so I think if I take these things, okay, let's say I was to take them and nip off the ends there where it's kind of lumpy, and maybe put a drop of Tamiya extra thin right there to soften the plastic, and then it'll squeeze together. Yeah, probably have to shorten one more than the other. Anyway, lots of stuff to do. Okay, I've got myself a microscope slide here, and I know you didn't see me doing it, but I trimmed up this one little part, and I'm going to do the same with the other one. And yeah, then I'll slip the macro lens on, and we'll see what happens when I put a little bit of extra thin right at that joint. Okay, you're looking down at them at a 45-degree angle facing me, and like you can see the edge of the slide there. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the sanding stick on there to help hold it down, so that when I put the extra thin on the joint here, it's not going to stick to it and move away. I don't need very much, just a little bit. Okay, I'll do the other one. Same way. I think that's enough. Now my thinking is, where's another pair of tweezers here? Well, can't find them, so I'll just use my jeweler's screwdriver here. So my thinking is, if I squeeze these together now, maybe just grab hold of it. You know what? I don't think I put enough extra thin on there. It's bending the plastic instead of at the joint. Okay, here we go. Some more. Oh, I forgot about my sanding stick. I hope I'm not moving it out of your field of view. And if it does glue itself to the glass, I should be able to just scrape it off. I'll just do one at a time here now. There we go. Now, if I remember right, that's about the way they were in Stefan's book. Okay, I'm going to do the other one the same way. Well, maybe I could have squeezed them just a little bit closer together. I'm not going to try it now because it'll ping off. Okay. Don't know if you heard that or not, but it's 2 o'clock here in Winnipeg right now. I don't know if I have time to get into another aspect of this or not. I think I'm going to just start episode 211 and cut this one off. In the meantime, thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. And yes, I really do appreciate your comments, even if it's something I thought of myself.